Hello everyone. Um, Today is gonna be a long day because I have like I want to do. So this is gonna be day one of me attempting boss rush Bingus, but I want to do an attempt or two of boss rush Bingus, a part of Realmgus again, find the traps, find the fungi, probably not find the LLs. That may be tomorrow. Maybe find the Chomix today or tomorrow. There was another one that I wanted to do, but I can't remember what. Hold on, give me a minute. Let's see. Wasn't find the Marlins. Yeah, okay. That's all. Yeah. I've been practicing a little. The farthest I've gotten actually was 80 health left on the final boss, and it was only because I'm not used to constantly moving while trying to do the I guess have lost hope bit. But second farthest I've got was well, I've made it to Psychedoggus like 3 or 4 times. Let me just turn this down a little. Hardest bit is definitely Psychedoggus. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The easiest one is definitely Pandemonium, because, like, it's free. Second hardest is definitely Boss Rush, the actual Boss Rush fight. Third hardest has got to be Lost Hope. Lost Hope is, I don't think I've failed it yet. But, yeah, I'm gonna do 1 or 2 tries of this. Well, actually 4 tries. Probably I'll count a try up to being a Lost Hope. Solely because everything else is like really easy. Oh, not bad. Yeah, everything else is like insanely easy compared to Bingus of Lost Hope. So, like, and they also like, I'm so glad about this. Like, I'm not complaining. They nerfed Larry Bingus. I don't know if this has been a nerf for a while, but I was so happy, dude. Like, the fact that the, I'll mention it once we get to the fight, because, like, I can do the Larry fight first try now. Okay, I'm not usually this bad, okay? Okay. Once I get into the harder bits, this will probably just end up being me not talking all that much, because I'm locked in. And I don't want to, risk just completely failing. Especially on, like, Lost Hope. You may hear me, like, count sometimes on some bosses, specifically being a Lost Hope. That's just me counting what the things are, because most have a pattern for the parry one. So yeah, okay, well, my bad. I don't usually suck this bad on it, okay? Holy, it's like I'm doing this for the first time. Lock in. Oh, good lord. Okay, this is not gonna go well, I can already tell. Like, what do you mean? Why am I just sucking? I remember Terminator Scrapyard being like the worst things in the game to me. The fuck? Oh my god. Yeah, Scrapyard Terminator used to be the worst things in the game to me. But I used to be able to do this without falling or getting damaged. Or minimal damage. But yeah, and now I just like waste so much time. Second bit is definitely the hardest. Like, this is definitely the hardest. Specifically this time Bobby, and again, solely because of the wraparound truss flick thing we got going on here. Alright, got it. The rest of this should be free because it's fairly simple, especially once we get to like this area. Okay, unless that happens, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm definitely gonna get it in time. Just a matter of whether or not red. Okay. Okay. I don't usually suck this bad, guys. Please trust me. I'm usually actually pretty decent at this hobby. Red. Oh my god. This is the worst. Like, I'm not usually this bad at hobbies. Okay? Trust me. Blue. Green. Bait the thing. Oh my god. Okay, I may have to reset. This is... Why am I throwing so hard? Okay, yeah. Good lord. This bit should be easy. If I fail, I fail. Like, yeah, I used to be able to get this, like... It's just frustrating to see how much my skills can rot sometimes. Okay, there. Whew. That was rough. Like, holy. Okay. Alright, this one's such a boring fight. It sucks so much. Like, I'm not complaining that it only has 3 attacks. Makes it really easy. Like, it's such a long boss fight. I think it's the longest boss fight in here, or one of them. And it's so boring, too, because it's just... deal 6 damage every single time you do that. It's so annoying. I will be using an auto-clicker on the ones that have guns and stuff, so just be aware of that. Because I just don't care, I'm not clicking 4 billion times. Only one that I'm not doing that on is... Boss Rush. And I will be yapping a lot during Boss Rush. If I get to Boss Rush, I should say. Because Sigadagus may... Okay. The worst part of the Sigadagus boss fight, first stage, pretty easy except for the exploding ball one. I've gotten pretty good at reacting to the, like, telegraphs. Like, the worst ones are the ball one in the first stage, and in the second stage, the bullet spam. One of the reasons I failed one time was because, was because it just spammed the bullets 5 times in a row. Like, me personally, I think bosses shouldn't be able to use the same attack 3 times in a row, to most. Just so it's not, like, Like, you don't have to have attack patterns, just don't spam the same attack 90 times in a row and expect me to call it good. Especially when it's such like a difficult one to avoid. I've taken up the thing where if I have, like, I'm just gonna start avoiding it. The only attacks that I'm actually gonna attack through are not the nuke one, you have to avoid that one. The spike one, the bar one, there's another one. I can't remember what. Oh, right. It's the laser one. Also, they should have put ignited soccer Bingus in here. It's way better. AKA, you can deal more damage. I think you can do 8 to 10 at a time, if you do it right. Bingus the Lost Hope actually isn't as bad as I thought. as long as you're careful with how you do it, it's fine. Like, I think the lowest health I've gotten was like 20, and then that was rough because it was mainly because like one of the I think what happened was, so I missed an orb for Pandemonium Bingus, right? And so what I think happened was the orb stayed, and so it would just be highlighted forever on my screen, and it was so distracting because it would cover up half the bullets because it has priority over everything else. And so I just could not see. Anyways, I think Larry time. Larry's fine. Without the bottom bits, like these, the boss is definitely a little easy, but like I wouldn't say the difficulty particularly comes from the boss itself, more so the puzzles. Yeah, I remember cheesing this guy the first time because there was a bug, right, where, okay, my bad. Okay. Sorry. There was a bug where if you died, I think to the scratch guy, I don't know what to call him, but to this guy right here, right? Okay, well, sometimes you'll go an entire match without seeing this, sometimes you'll go 2 feet without seeing it. RNG. Anyway, the same thing applies, like, it shouldn't be able to use this move after this, right? Just so it's not overly repetitive. Like, I remember it used this move 7 times in a row. Like, I'm not kidding. 7 times in a row. That's excessive. And then, like, it used this move no times at all. But anyways, I don't know why this fight is up here. Like, it's before Main World Bingus, and Main World Bingus is just so easy. One of the big reasons why I failed that one, because I failed it once, was I think the internet went out or something. And so the game obviously froze. And it chose Spiral and landed on, and when it came back on, it chose Spiral and landed on the exact tile I was on, and so I just had no choice, and then I got out, and then it hit me with the airstrike move. So, yeah. funny story. All these bosses are so easy now. Oh, my bad. Just was not thinking. Okay, well, just was not thinking there. I'm just gonna list my favorite Bingus in the game right now. Pandemonium. Peak boss fight, peak puzzles. The only annoying part was the Wasteland Zombie, but I feel like I could do that now pretty easy. So I'm not too worried about that, but like it had peak puzzles, peak boss battle. Like it's not too hard, not too easy. Like yes, it's a free win. I beat it on my first try, I didn't lose. That's because I'm more in tune with multitasking. Like I don't like the reason I click on the red one is because I lose track out of the corner of my eye of which one's real and which one's not because of the way I separate it. I think next is main world. Yeah, next is main world, so turn on the auto clicker. Oh wow. Immediately. Sorry, I just had to zoom in a bit. Yeah, this boss fight isn't so bad. I thought it was the worst, but it's just not. Homing. I love homing. Homing's so easy. It's just like free. Oh. Yeah. I hate it when it goes in the middle and does spiral, because it's so hard to avoid. See, you just get beat up by the freaking things. Like I'm at half HP. I took 2 hits. I'm just not risking it with spiral. Beehive. I'm either gonna get it next attack or this attack. Brother. Yeah. Second phase isn't that much different. Only big difference is getting rid of 4, but like that just honestly makes it easier for me. I mean, and you get healed as well. Go to spawn. It's like, well, yes, it's inconsistent. It's still healing, right? See what I mean? See. Whew, that was rough. Okay, this is... Yeah. The strat for Pandemonium is to literally stay on the left side. Like, because you're either going to see the one from the right come in first, or the one from the left come in first, and both are just indicators of when you should jump, so, yeah. I think Pandemonium's second phase is actually, ads are annoying, but free. Disco Ball isn't annoying. I actually don't know if I've heard people complain about it, I'm gonna be honest. I may be making stuff up, but it's free. Like, just get an auto clicker, bruh. Like, even if I didn't have an auto clicker, right, I'd still be able to close them, because, like, it would just take off the... it would just be one more input, you know? The disco phase is free. Like, just pay attention. Like, it's not that difficult. One thing I do hate is that whenever the blue things come on screen, I always just... my eyes will walk right on them. Yeah. Also, I don't know if I should explain the reason why, because I feel it's fairly obvious, but the reason I chose the one that blocks half your screen is because it's literally the easiest. Infection things I feel like would be doing damage in, like, almost instantly. Don't know how often they would spawn in. The one with reduced health is just not it. Why would you choose that, you psychopath? Like, that means that you would only be able to tank 4 hits without healing from Lost Hope, compared to 5. Compared to 6. Because you'll almost immediately heal back 1 regardless. Well, sorry. Anyways, like, for Bingus of Lost Hope, each thing does 20 damage, right? Which is fine, because you heal back half of that if you parry, right? I hate the parry mechanic so much. It's just such utter BS. Like, because it's just perspective. I'm just kidding. I love the parry mechanic. The boss would be hell otherwise. Anytime you hear the Slingers thing, I'm driving down in my car, or whatever it goes. And why did he just hit the mad emote and work at a pizza place? Yeah. Literally, I think the most annoying bit about this phase is the shooter up top. Because it's RNG. It's RNG bridges. I'm trying to remember where all the changes in this phase are. There's this, but this is just free. This isn't annoying at all. I actually find this bit super fun. Oh god, my necklace is on backwards. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around with my necklace and I just realized it's on backwards. Which is gonna make me mad for the rest of the thing. I can't miss another one. I can't have it. Hold on. I'm gonna flip it. Oh yeah. Flip the medallion up front. Which is good. I honestly don't think I'll be able to get Boss Rush today. I wish there was a way to practice the fight, specifically the Lost Hope part. That part's so annoying. But I think the way I'm gonna have to do it now is shift lock and just press W. And pray. And jump. Yeah. I like it. It's just the one attack that's annoying. Right? But one attack's not gonna ruin the whole boss for me. I find most bosses in here fun if a bit repetitive. Like, just my thing is, like, If you're gonna have something have 300 HP but the gun deals 3 damage, why not just make it have 100 HP and then 150 HP? Like, there won't be much of a difference. Like, the only thing that would be changed is the magnitude. Oh. There we go. But yeah, the only thing that would change would be the... Ooh. The only thing that would change would be the magnitude of the scale of it. Because I think it... No. No, because Bingus Lost Hope has more health in it. Even though it only takes 80 shots. Those 80 shots feel like an eternity, though. So don't diss the 80 shots, bro. Bingus the Lost Psychodagus requires... Let's see. 100... 250 shots to beat. Which is pretty close to Main World Bingus. Which requires 200. And then there's Ignited Sakura, which takes 50 by the way, 50 hits, even though it takes the same amount of time as, like, Lost Hope, because it's just such an annoying boss. I don't know how I died to it, ever. But yeah, I remember I was like, I'm not gonna get anything until I get Scrapyard Terminator Bingus. Or no, when I first started playing the game, I got to Glaggoland. I'm like, I'm gonna beat this area. I'm gonna unlock everything in this realm. And I actually got all the way up to it, and then I got to the obby-based stuff, and I was just like, no, I don't want to do way. And then I got way better at obbies, and I was just, like, cooking on them, bro. Like, I beat way first try. Infosius took a... I think it's Infosius. No, Infodic. Yeah, Infodic Bingus took quite a bit, all things considered. I mean, I think did I miss one? Feels like one should come out. My bad, game. Anyways, yeah, and product thing still took quite a bit just because of it's an annoying mechanic. But waving was free. Trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, Bouncing Giggler. I think Bouncing Giggler was the one that gave me the most trouble, solely because I was, like, stupid and just did not time jumps correctly. But yeah. About time for me to lock in and stop Yap Sesh. Because now it's time for the hard one. Or one of the hard ones. I mean, really, it's not all that difficult. Ooh, I love this one. This one's so easy. Oh. Right. Literally, the most annoying part about this is parrying and then locating him. Because I'll have 8 bullets and then just not know where he is. Okay, then. Yeah, I think I struggled way more, like 1, 2, 3, 4, parry. 4, parry. Parry. Okay, well. Bruh. Okay, well. Okay, it may not seem like I'm in a very good position, but it's because he keeps spamming this one attack. Like I said, should not be able to use this one attack 3 times in a row. Anyways. I think, like, most of Phase 2 is actually pretty much the same. It only gains, what, 1 or 2 new attacks? Yeah, I should have parried that right, but it just didn't. Where is it? Yep. There we go. Okay, parry came up in time. Holy, I thought I was gonna throw. Really? Yeah, I actually really like this boss. It's just the parry mechanic is kind of iffy sometimes, and so it's just not all that good. The parry mechanic definitely takes it down a notch, but also brings it up a notch because it provides actually good healing rather than having to wait. It's kind of an iffy scenario for me. Oh, see. But you'll get distracted by trying to fire at him, and just get overwhelmed by 50 billion bullets. Oh my god. See what I mean? I got overwhelmed. I got greedy. Okay, what? Embarrassing. Where is he? Ow. Yeah. I think boss rush minutes is actually going to be pretty fun. Like, all things considered, like, it's a bunch of attacks from other old bosses. Like, it's going to be peak. Well, it is peak from what I saw. Just maybe a little less peak because of, ow. Yeah, like, most of these attacks are actually pretty easy to dodge. Like, One is definitely, which I've actually gotten really good at, is definitely the cross one in Phase 2. That's just, it isn't difficult to dodge, it's just annoying to dodge. So you have to time it right. I think one thing that made me really mad about this boss before, like when I first tried it, and first got to the second phase, was the fact that, okay, well, that's just, oh my god, okay, what is this? Don't piss me off, don't piss me off, don't piss me off, don't piss me off, bro. Consequences of my actions, bro. Where is he? He's right there. Kill him, that'll reset that. Which attack is he going to use? He's going to use the regular one. The other one's just bullet spam. I don't trust that to get bullets because it's very iffy on timing and stuff. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. Okay. Whoa, wait. Okay. This is just good training for me. Where is he? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's actually a pretty reliable source once you get it down of like healing and stuff, because it's actually just free damage most of the time. Okay. This one's also pretty free. Oops. Really? One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. See what I mean by just random counting appearing, making its debut. That's how I keep track of it. Honestly, I have like a genuine question. Do you guys ever like have imaginary conversations in your head? Or why am I asking this? No, it's not normal. Okay, this is dangerous. Should be fine though. Just gotta be careful. Just by me. Oh, but here's more. Here's free. That's good. That's good. The meteors just do not rely, because more often than not, they're gonna be... Actually, no, these meteors are actually pretty good. But usually, more often than not, I find that the meteors are just not a reliable source to get ammo. Because they're just super unreliable. Like, sometimes they're... Oh god. Ooh, that was rough. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, never mind then. Okay, we're just gonna play it safe now. What I mean by play it safe is get some healing in, get some ammo. Oh, it's this one. Fairly easy. These bullets are just slow. These bullets are fast, so just jump. 1, 2, 3, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, whatever. Where is it? Yeah. I like this boss fight, I'm gonna be honest. This may be top tier for me. If we're just rating boss fights, yes. If we're just doing it in general, no. I do not like this Bingus all that much. It's just very vague to me. Sometimes. Come on. Parry. Whoa. Try and actually be good at a game challenge. Impossible Edition. Okay, take this. Jump, and take this. Take this. Take this. Okay. August time. I'm actually gonna check the time. We may only do one. Especially if I only make it to August. There we go. Zoom in a bit. Just wanted to make sure, turn on the auto clicker. Like, this, like, I used to think this attack was like one of the worst. Just stay in the outside ring, and you'll be fine. attack used to kill me, but like you heal enough that it negates any damage you take if you get hit once. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. See, stay in the outer circles. I was right in this middle. Okay, this is a semi-free attack-ish. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. It is, oh, this is a free attack. This is the attack you want to use to, Boss vs. Bingus is actually pretty good practice for, Psychodoggus 3301, It really gives you a good preparation on the attacks, Yeah, this Bingus I thought was going to be the death of me because, I just have not touched the bosses in quite a bit. I'm gonna be real, this probably just is not null difficulty. At least to me. Like, most bosses, it's only, no, it is null difficulty. Not the Bingus itself, but its obtainment method. Because you need Psychodoggus 3301, and Psychodoggus 3301 is nil difficulty, you must do this. Ow. Okay, this first phase may not seem like much of a problem to anyone who's watching, but it is a big issue. Ow. Dude, just leave me alone, bro. Yeah, hopefully I don't throw. Hopefully I can make it again. Okay, this attack. It's so annoying because it'll spam it. Ow. Okay, I'm not usually this bad. I may have to stop. Okay, really? This attack again? It's so annoying. Cause there's no rhyme or reason for the bullets. Okay. I'm just gonna focus on healing now. I have like an eagle eye on my character. I'm fine. Okay, this is free healing. Stop spamming attacks. Just don't use attacks one right after the other. Oh my god. This is actually one of the worst things in the game. Okay, because I'm turning off the auto clicker. I need to focus on healing right now. Give me an attack. Thank you. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god, and sometimes it uses double attacks, which is annoying. Oh my god, are you kidding me? This attack. Again! We just had this attack! You wanna know what we haven't had in a while? The freaking nuke one. Why don't we have that, huh? What happened to that? Okay. Okay, we'll avoid it. At least let me heal the full. Okay, nuke attack. Thank you. Crap. Fuck. Okay. How much time was that? 46 minutes? Okay. That's annoying, but it is what it is. Whatever. Alright, bye. I'll do this tomorrow. So annoying.